Okay, right, today I am going to go over the areas that I should have really gone over last week. Underneath, there's an awful lot of mud still in there. I mean, these are plastic, but I prefer it not to stick around anymore. There is some dirt underneath here on this sill. I know this is going to get done, but I don't really want it to be rotting through before the next 6 months. There is a lot of stuff underneath as well. I don't know if you can see that properly. Looks pretty clean, but it isn't. Not in my eyes anyway. So I'm going to get the snow foam underneath with the pressure washer. I only hosed it off when I brought it back, and that did a decent job. It needs something a bit more soaking. So I'm going to get snow foam underneath, and it's just going to rinse it off, and hopefully it will come off and look really nice, and I've cleaned these tires up better as well. Usually to do this, I've got my ever reliable Karcher K2, which has I've had this 7 years. I thought last year it had packed up because one day I wanted to use it, just would not start on this this switch down here, which is quite clunky. So I ended up taking the whole thing apart, and all it turned out was the spindle on the motor had seized just due to inactivity. That's what can happen with these. So if you've got one of these and they stop working after a period of couple of months not being used in your shed where it's really cold, I think it's the spindle that's rusted up. It's not the motor that's packed up. Just put some WD-40 down the motor spindle and it will just turn around really nicely. I also observed that the brushes in this are perfectly fine. In fact, the brushes look as if they're not even halfway through their life. And I've used this quite a bit over the years for jet washing pavements and driveways, as well as washing the car. So if you've got one of these and you've got that symptom, don't think, oh, it's broken, I need to get another one. Have a look inside. It's not hard to get that casing apart and to take it all apart and put some GT85 would be best, but WD-40 will do. To actually WD-40 might be best because it's an oil-based penetrant, so it may hang around longer. So hopefully it will keep the spindle from seizing up in the future. The original hoses are crap from Karcher. They're absolutely rubbish. They always kink. These are just generic pressure washer hoses, and this one's lasted me years. Obviously I've got a Karcher reel, and I've got my flexi hose. I've got obviously the couple of lances in here. This is a Karcher one. This is the low pressure one, I believe. This is the high pressure one, and the original gave up on me again. I think there's like a ball bearing at the bottom which sort of rotates, which gives you that effect. So yeah, a couple of different things in here. So I can take you through to my kitchen. We have Polar Blast, which is a snow foam from autoglym, and I've used it many times. It is a pre-wash. They do sell these in three. There's the pre-wash, the Polar shampoo or whatever, and the Polar wax. So you can actually wash your car without touching it, just letting the water do the work. Personally, I don't agree with that. I think, unfortunately, yes, we don't want swirl marks on washing that, but I'm afraid that's going to happen, no matter how careful you are. I just think that this is a great pre-wash. I'm only going to use this today. I'm not going to use any shampoo because I did that last week. But really, I would use this as a pre-wash, let it soak in, rinse it off, and then I do the hand two bucket method, the 2 bucket method, the obviously the dirty bucket and the clean bucket method with autoglym shampoo. And I do that with a microfiber mitt, and it works absolutely fine. And then obviously if I need to polish it, then I'll polish it, but if I don't, then I'll just put the sealant, the extra gloss protection, which I've recently bought, and that does me a treat. I think personally autoglym, they're great products, but you've got to be careful about how you actually use them. because I think it can be a bit of a con sometimes. This is a genuine Karcher snow foam lance. This was like 15 quid on eBay. Don't get the autoglym ones. The autoglym will sell you one of these, their own brand, for about what, 35 quid. Don't bother, it's exactly the same. It's just got an adjustment nozzle here to adjust how thick you want it. Obviously the thicker you want it, the more this is going to run out. I'd recommend, depending on how thick you want it, I always put about that much snow foam in the bottom, and then the rest is water. And I found that that's reasonably thick. Now, to be fair, today I'm going to be doing a lot of underbody stuff. I'm not going to be doing it on the surface, but if there's anything left over, I'll just go over the entire car. I might as well gain it out and get the pressure washer out. I might as well just do the rest of the car. But we're going to concentrate underneath where I've specified. So yeah, we'll press on with that now. I think I should entitle this day Snow Foam Sunday. I mean, it's a beautiful day here in Birmingham, and I just set that up now, so there should be water pressure through the flexi hose. I should be able to get it to go through. Right, I'll give it a chance. I have set it to the lowest setting, so let's see what we do with this. Turn this on. We go straight away. Pressure and. Oh! You see how bitty that is? That is really, really watery. So what you have to do is you then have to go up to the next one. Yeah, it's actually in the middle. So maybe I didn't put enough snow foam in, but generally it's the way you want it to go. So let me just adjust that a little bit. Let me just put it up to there. Now it's. Oh, sorry, we lost vision there. So now. You see that's just thick as anything. Now it is going to run out quite quickly on there, but we're going to do this all the way down here. So I want to concentrate on this. It does have a habit. It smells absolutely beautiful, this stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. It's Christmas all. I'll come back to you when this is all done, but basically you get the idea, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Snow foam is amazing. See you in a bit, guys. Absolute Christmas. See, on this side I've put sealer all on this side, the wax, and you can tell, can't you? It just drips off this brand new sill. It's like walking through winter wonderland. Just in here. Oh man, lovely. Absolutely coated. Lovely. I suppose now we better wash it all off. My neighbours love me. Now the key thing here is to let the snow foam soak for several minutes without it drying out, to just get that ingrained dirt where you need it to be. And in my case, it's underneath the car. This is pretty much stuck down from what I can see here. Look, it's still hanging around, but I am going to wash it off now. It's been about 6-7 minutes since I did it. I say I don't want it drying out on the bodywork because that's more troublesome than what it's worth. I do love how it sheens straight off the car. This does help if you've got a wax on it already. But now I'm just going to gently hose it off with this, and yeah, he's going to get the whole lot out. And he hasn't switched it on. That's a pure amateur's mistake. There we go, straight away, pressure. And I'll come back to you when I've washed all this off. And I won't talk now, I'll just show you snippets. Very nicely. Most of this has already come off. Sorry about the lighting. Most of it's already come off, which is great. Some of it has actually gone brown. The camera may not pick this up, but some of it has gone brown, which is really good to know. It shows that it's taken it off. Ooh, that was really messy. But yeah, it's all been kind of scrubbed up under it. So it's very wet, but it's all come off really nicely. There's no gunk left or anything. That's what I wanted. Kind of cutting up to the back. Yeah, still looks great. Yeah, I was a bit annoyed about that kink, but exhausts always come like with a slight kink in them. But yeah, the brown. I'll just show you that. See, that is exactly what you're looking for. It's kind of cream, so it suggests that my car was, quite clean in the first place. I mean, this has just come off the sill. This is the sill that I think he's looking at. Again, I think the back end's gone on it. But there's also, if I could just bring the camera, there's something going on with the undersill here, which I think is definitely suspicious. But it's all come off really, really well. I mean, I'll show you around the front here as well. Yeah, as you can see, it's just all come off really nicely and gunked off, particularly where the wheels are. So hopefully that'll come up really nicely. Now, to be honest with you, I've already washed this, and I mean, you can see the sealant's already working its magic. All the snow foam's gone. It's all been dissipated down the driveway. That's actually not as much as what I had before. The first time I did snow foaming, I put way more than what I suggested in the first part of the video. So you put that much at the bottom and then you put the rest in water. I actually did double that, which is what autoglym say on the bottle. But there was so much foam that even on the lowest setting on that snow foam lance, it's so thick. It literally, the bottom of the driveway, oh gosh, it was like a mountain of snow foam. I was a bit worried about pedestrians slipping over and complaining or something. You know what people are like, oh, you can't wash your own car these days, you've got to take it to someone who can do it. I'm like, no. Can people not spend 5 minutes with a bucket of water and wash their own car? That's how simple it is. This is purely aesthetical, but snow foam is amazing, isn't it? I mean, who doesn't like it? But anyway, we've got all these streaks going on here, which is great. Just nice to see the sealant's doing its job properly. I mean, it's even better on this side, like I showed you before. But it's literally just beaming straight off. You can see the streaks all the way down, and that is exactly what you want to see. It shows that the wax is working its magic. All on that new sill. Absolutely beautiful. And I want to keep this sill in as good a condition as possible. Now I know that there's no rubbish left behind, it's all been deposited out. So I would recommend a pressure washer. I mean, the new K2 is actually even smaller than this, but you don't really need anything more than a K2. I'd only suggest you get like a K4 or K5 if you're sort of semi-professional level, if you're going to use it like professionally. I don't know anyone who's got a K7. I think they're so big, they're very powerful, and they're probably very suitable for cleaning this sort of a driveway, because this is a big driveway if you want to do it quickly. But to be honest with you, this little K2 has shown itself to do everything the big boys can do. I wouldn't recommend getting like a different branded one, because I think Karcher are they're as good as pressure washers can get, to be honest with you. I'm not brand loyal, but you know, when a product is good, I just stick with it. I don't know what the newer Karcher's like. Maybe you could put a comment down below and let me know if you've had any issues with the newer Karchers, because this generation is about 10 years old now. I got this on offer from Homebase for about £65, and it was suggested as being suitable for, you know, washing your car, a bit of the driveway, a bit of the patio, smaller jobs, and it's done the trick for me. I'm really pleased with it, and I'm going to leave you there because I'm not going to bother drying this up. It's just going to air dry. It's quite windy today, so it will just air dry itself out quite nicely, and bead itself off. So what I might do is a bit of tyre buffer. I've got a tyre buffer, and I'll just go around the tyres again, but hopefully that's done the trick. Be aware, if you have washed your car like this and you drive off instantly, your brakes are going to squeal a bit. It might take a few minutes for it to go away, because you know, discs and all that, they do get a bit furred up with water. I can't actually see that on my camera. I don't think you can either. I can't even see the disc. Maybe some extra lighting is required. Till next time, guys, I will see you soon.